It started quietly, like most tragedies do. Chuka was a second-year university student. He lived off campus with his close friend and roommate, Deli, in a small self-contained apartment not far from the school gate. Unlike most of his classmates, Chuka rarely took part in campus activities. He was quiet, almost withdrawn, the type you might not notice unless you looked closely. Weeks turned into months, and his absence from lectures, group projects, and school events became impossible to ignore. His course mates began to ask questions. "Where's Chuka? Why doesn't he show up?" At first, Deli would brush them off with quick answers. "He's sick," or "he went home for a while." The lies seemed harmless at first, but they kept piling up. As time went on, suspicion grew. His colleagues pressed harder. "When exactly did he travel? Why can't we reach him on the phone?" Every time, Deli had a new excuse. What no one knew was that Chuka was never away, never traveling. He was gone in the worst way possible. Behind the walls of their small apartment, Deli had turned on his own friend. Tempted by the lure of quick wealth, he had fallen into the trap of ritual practices whispered about in dark corners. Chuka had been his victim. The signs were there, but hidden. Deli suddenly began to dress better, spending money that no one could trace. His colleagues noticed, but when questioned, he'd laugh it off, claiming a side hustle or help from an uncle abroad. But lies, like cracks in glass, spread quickly. The more questions people asked, the less his stories held up. Rumors began to circulate. Some students decided to visit the apartment themselves. That was when the first pieces of truth started falling into place. Inconsistencies, strange smells, and missing belongings that should have been Chuka's. The pressure mounted. Deli couldn't keep up the facade. And when the truth finally surfaced, it was worse than anyone could have imagined. Chuka had been sacrificed by the very person he trusted most. For his classmates, it was a chilling reminder that evil often hides in plain sight, behind familiar faces and everyday lies.